Hello everybody, we hope you're well. Today we're looking at who? We're looking at this lady who is called Helen Keller. Let's have a look. Helen Keller was born when? She was born a long time ago on the 27th of June in 1880. Helen Keller was born hearing. She could see everything fine as well. When she was about 1, she became very poorly and she caught meningitis. It meant that she reduced her vision and her hearing was lost and she became deaf. Helen Keller, she could feel and touch things. That was all fine, but she couldn't see and she couldn't hear. Helen Keller found it very difficult to communicate. She wanted to talk to her parents, but she couldn't communicate with them. She felt very frustrated and very angry. She would throw things about because she couldn't talk to them. When Helen Keller grew up to be about the age of 7, she met her teacher. Her teacher was called Anne Sullivan. Anne Sullivan tried to help Helen and communicate with her. How was she going to use that? She was going to spell things on her hand. Helen tried to understand what was being spelled, but she couldn't. Anne Sullivan kept thinking about how she could help Helen. One day, she put some water on and put Helen's hand underneath the water. Helen felt the water on her hand and took Helen's hand out and straight away spelt water on Helen's hand. Helen Keller understood what water was because the word was linked to the thing she felt. As Helen Keller grew up, she learned to read and write using Braille. Helen Keller also learned to talk, but how if she couldn't hear anything? She would touch the vibrations that she felt in her teacher's throat, and then she would try and do the same, and she learned to talk that way. Helen Keller wrote a book reusing Braille, and she also gives lots of presentations to raise money, and that money she gave to deaf and blind people. Today, Helen Keller is still very, very famous. In America, in Washington, D.C., there's a statue of Helen Keller in her honour.